Hey guys, it's Guango. So, I am emotionally frustrated. So I'm sorry if I cuss in this video a lot today, because I am very frustrated. I'm very pissed off with Teen Wolf right now, because it's just like, why do you do this to our emotions? This should be illegal. I'm not kidding. Stop. Let's go right into the reaction / recap. This is season 4, episode 8, Time of Death. Let's go right into it. Okay, so the episode begins where Styles can't sleep. And we know Styles has a very vivid imagination, so if anything he dreams of is probably there, but probably not. So he can't sleep, and he's like moving around his bed, and he looks, and Malia's like right there. And you know, they try to cuddle. Styles tried to be the big spoon, but then it didn't work out, so then Malia became the big spoon, and then it did work out. Then he wakes up, and then Malia's not there. The Stalia feels. That just made me tear up. The gang is planning to track down the benefactor. I don't know if this is the most terrible plan on earth, but Scott is going to pretend to be dead just to track down the fucking benefactor. Like, that's so stupid. But I guess it's a good plan. I guess for them. So Scott dies at the hospital, and Mama McCall freaks out, which brought a little bit tears to me, even though, you know, her son's not actually dead. I thought at first Mama McCall was not part of the plan, so I was just like, oh my god, I feel so bad for her. And but then, you know, later on we find out, you know, she was fake crying the whole time. Well, she was part of the whole plan the whole time. Flashback, Kira kills Scott by using her powers. And Kira's mom was there, and she tells him, you know, it's like sleeping. You have multiple dreams and all that stuff. But yeah, he was scared if it was a good one or a bad one. But you know, he dies. So the downside of this whole fake death thing is freaking 45 minutes. Like 45 minutes. Like, I know that's close to an hour, but at the same time, it's like really a lot can happen in 45 minutes. A lot. If it was like an hour and a half, yeah, I wouldn't mind being dead for that long. Well, 45 freaking minutes. Gosh, you could die. You know, but after the 45-minute mark, you know, he's officially dead. Oh, great news. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Scott's dream. And it's kind of the same dream, and it reoccurs mostly the same time. The way he enters it, it's multiple the same time. So, you know, he's in the dead body thingy, container, vent, whatever. And he climbs out, and then he climbs out of a locker and lands at the high school. And then Liam is in the dream all the time. So Liam is like, catch! And it's a lacrosse ball. And he'll be like, see, that's why you're the captain of the lacrosse team. And that's why you're an alpha. And so, the first dream is where, you know, he goes into the classroom. And he makes his own Deadpool. And the keyword is his name. And then Liam gets killed by the mule. The second time, it's, the first part is like the same thing. And then next it's Liam and Scott in the locker room, and Scott seeing some changes in himself, like he has more fangs, and Liam thinks, you know, you're turning into a monster, you're a predator, you have to kill. And then Liam gets killed again. And then in the third, fourth, last, I lost count. But the last one, I guess, is where, you know, it's the beginning again, but this time it's where Scott is being learned by the mute to kill Liam, and kind of turning him into a monster. And I feel like that is going to have a little effect on him, and see if, you know, when he becomes, you know, this powerful alpha. Like, is he gonna be a monster, you know? But I doubt it, because it's Scott McCall we're talking. Scott McCall. So Malia is still pissed off and giving the silent treatment to Styles. How mature. And so she goes into the vault, the Hale vault, trying to, you know, look into her own history. And she goes into, you know, the safe, and she finds a file that said Malia Tate adoption papers, and Peter's there. And we know when Peter walks into the room, trouble follows. So yeah, so they talk, and Malia knows not to trust Peter, but then Peter, you know, using his manipulation, uses that on his own daughter to get a little benefit from it. And he uses a deal saying, you know, if you kind of trust me, I will help you find your mother. And we know Malia's mom is a coyote and everything. So let's see how that's going to turn out. But I know whatever happens with Peter is not going to end very well. Lydia is still at the boathouse, and she's been going there every weekend and sometimes week. And her mom is getting worried, so her mom follows her and wondering what the hell is my daughter doing at the boathouse every time. And Lydia asks her mom if she knew Meredith, but we learn a little bit more in the history of the Martin family, and we learn that Lydia's grandma, she died at Aiken House, and she started hearing voices. Banshee? Yeah. She started hearing voices, and so they sent her to Aiken House because they thought she was crazy. But then later on we find out that, you know, that she probably is a banshee, and the grandma's, like, you know, last wish was that she wanted Lydia to, you know, spread her ashes all over the lake when she was 18. And since Lydia's almost 18, her mom thought, why not do it now? But instead of the ashes in there, it's freaking mountain ash. And apparently the whole house is made up of mountain ash. I was a little bit confused of that, because if the house was made out of mountain ash, like, why, like, how the hell did, like, Liam, Kira, Malia, and Scott, like, get into the freaking house? Like, I was so confused. Or maybe it's just a boathouse. No, but Scott was there too. And Liam. See, I'm a little bit confused. I am emotionally frustrated. But I will go back to that banshee problem later. Derek learned how to be human. And with the gun, that's going to be good. But you know, anything with Derek Hale, no shirt and a gun is pretty hot. But yeah. But we know that at least he's good at one thing while being human, which is taking off his shirt and being extremely sexy hot and steamy up in the room. Like, seriously, did you see the way he grabbed Braden? Like, oh my god, somebody called firefighters because we need to extinguish this hotness. Like, oh my god. Like, So at the hospital, Kira, Liam, and Styles are the watch out. They're having help from Argent too. And, you know, they got 3 laptops, and they get to look at the cameras throughout the whole hospital. And it's pretty cool, you know, they're getting like tech savvy these days. But then we also find out that the camera on the roof goes out, and guess who's here? Freaking Kate's little sidekicks, Berserkers. They're here to ruin freaking everything. So Liam and Kira go up to the roof together to go fight Berserker. So Kira and Liam are on the roof, and they're fighting a Berserker. And things do not go well because, you know, but then I love how Liam is getting, we get to see Liam fight in this episode, which I was pretty happy about. But, like, does Berserkers do not have any respect? Did you see the way they hit Kira? That is just, that is abuse. Maybe. I don't know. But does that berserker not have any respect? How rude. But yeah, they get back up and Liam gets freaking pissed off and motivated. He's like, you're not gonna beat me. And he like freaking climbs onto like things and like jump in midair and shit. Like, like Liam's the bomb. Liam is actually growing on me. Flashback. Scott and Kira did not have a real date. What the? Why? Yeah, I get it. There's people dying and like fighting and berserkers and shit. But like the least you can do is watch like what? A movie together. What is that? An hour? Nothing's gonna happen in an hour. But I just said a lot can happen in 45 minutes. So probably a lot could happen in an hour. But it is a promise that after that they're going to go on an official date. Scare moments, you gotta love that. So Kate Argent is in the house and you know she's looking bomb as awesome. I'm glad she didn't like wolf out. Like, I don't know why. I just don't like it. I don't know. I think Kate, just the way Kate is just intimidating enough, you know. But you know she came here to gather Scott's body, but she says she's not the benefactor. So that's a good thing. I wouldn't even think she was a benefactor. Like, no. So she's not the benefactor. She wanted Scott's body. But later on, we find out, you know, that Kate and Peter are working together, which we already knew. But Peter is obviously going to use Scott for something later on in the episode because, you know, he did not want Scott to die. So obviously something bad is coming. And we also know Kate and Peter are not the benefactor. But then I feel like the main thing about Peter and Kate is that they could care less about the benefactor. Like, I feel like the benefactor is not their #1 priority right now. So yeah. So they're, you know, I feel like their #1 priority, whatever, is Scott. Yeah, so who knows what would happen. Sorry for skipping around, but yeah, so Scott lives and yeah, but Kira's mom is down, you know, she got hurt by a berserker. And Liam dad's come for the rescue to help them, but he looks so freaking confused. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? We also learn that, you know, Derek is also coming to realization that, you know, that he is human now and that he has to deal with it, and that, you know, he's got to work with guns to protect himself because, you know, if he actually does get hurt and killed, like, this is probably final for him. Like, this is just done. Just done. I kind of skipped something in the beginning of the episode, but let's talk about Scott and his dad. Okay, so at first I did not like Papa McCall, but you know, he's growing on me, and I feel like he is trying really hard to make a relationship with Scott. And you know, Papa McCall is getting his suspicious whatever. You know what? Whatever. I'm bad at English. But he knows that something is going on with Scott and his friends, and he wants to, you know, he wants to be part of it and know, because, you know, he feels like he could protect Scott. I think there should just be a legit parent pack. Just all the parents just freaking know about everything and just be a parent pack, you know? Like, there's their freaking Scott McCall wolf pack, and there's the parent pack. Like, I think there should. Okay, so at the end of tonight's episode, Stiles and Malia do not get back together. Malia, but, you know, kind of seems like she still does not trust Stiles. And she feels like, you know, she is probably a killer, just like her own father, Peter. And that, you know, she still kind of blames herself for killing, you know, her adopted family and everything. But, you know, I feel like, Malia has a lot of baggage, and who knows if she's gonna come back to Scott's pack. I feel like she already left, but you know, who knows? A lot can happen. A lot can happen. Scott and Kira are reunited back again. They're lovers, cuties, and Scott believes that, you know, even if they did not meet the benefactor, he believes that the benefactor is a banshee, since they can, you know, foretell death before even actually seeing it. So, and then let's go back to Lydia's grandma. So Lydia's grandma gives Lydia a note, and it's code, and Lydia is starting to question whether or not her grandma is actually dead. Even her mom questioned it, because come on, first her ashes are not even in the freaking vase, they're fucking mountain ash. Like, where the hell are her ashes? You know, did you even see her body when she died? And third, she gave a freaking note to, you know, her granddaughter, which is all code. So I don't think Lydia's grandma is dead. But you know, this is Beacon Hills. No one dies officially, except for Allison. But I think Lydia's grandma is the benefactor. Who knows? But one thing is, are banshees evil now? But that kind of doesn't make sense. If she's a banshee, isn't she usually supposed to help? Does she have something against werewolves? You know? Who knows? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am sorry that if it was long, I wouldn't even thought it was going to be this long either, but it ended up being, but you know. Oh well. I also wanted to ask you guys something. School is starting next week, Monday for me. I am leaving Japan on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday. And getting back to LA on Sunday. So, that first week of school is probably going to be easy breezy for me. But I just wanted to let you guys know, I don't know if I'm going to do my reactions on Monday night. Right now it's daytime for me because, you know, I'm, you know, 16 hours like ahead of LA, and plus I watched the episode on East Coast time, so you know. But I just wanted to tell you guys, I'm not gonna be done with these reactions, you know. Even if school started, I'm going to make it work and I will post it up. And I just wanted to tell you, it's Monday or Wednesday, you know. And if you guys watch my Fandy Carter vlogs too, that'll probably be up on Wednesday or Thursday. And thank you guys so much for watching. Team Wolf out. Bye.